everyone, and welcome back to the EJ Sports Podcast. It's your host, Ian Boy J here.
Hey.
And today we're going to be talking about the main things that happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, this is the Raw before Royal Rumble. And this Raw was a little disappointing.
Very.
In my opinion, this Raw showcased what I feared what would happen with a Saturday night's main event so close to Royal Rumble. Because this Raw, in my opinion, underdelivered massively. There's some stuff which I liked. But there's other stuff where I'm like, why? What's the point? Where are we heading? And the first thing we want to talk about, the women's title scene. I'm talking about the World Championship scene. We had a 6-man or 6-women tag of the Judgment Day females of Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, and Liv Morgan versus the Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer and the Tag Team Champions Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Now, it was confirmed during the match that all of the women except Stephanie Vaquer is going to be at the Royal Rumble. They're going to be participating in the Royal Rumble. Now, my question is, we had a feud of Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel Rodriguez. Why aren't we having a match at the Royal Rumble? Why are we just deciding, you know what? And at the time of recording, there is no match sort of confirmed. There's nothing going on. So what are we doing here? Right? Stephanie Vaquer has been injured apparently since December. And the first PLE that she's available, which is Saturday night's main event, she shows up to protect the babyface tag team champions and attack Raquel Rodriguez. But we're not having a match at the Royal Rumble? Like, we're not doing anything? Like, what's going on here?
What's the point? If she's already ready, she's ready and clear, she should already be having a match with Miss Raquel Rodriguez. And if she's not clear, I mean, why the heck did she attack her on Saturday? Please, Triple H or Fraud, help us understand why she's out there if she's maybe not clear.
It's not even that. It's all of the women's scene. And in the SmackDown scene, right? There is no U.S. women's title scene. Jade Cargill is out there walking around. She has no championship match. She hasn't really defended her belt. Since she's gotten her belt from Tiffany Trent, she hasn't defended the belt. And now at the men's side, yes, you can say maybe Stephanie Vaquer was injured, right? We give you a pass. But the women's intercontinental scene, no PLE matches. But when you had a promising champion, a young champion, Becky Lynch took the crown. But tonight, she didn't show up. No Becky Lynch. No Becky Lynch match. Nothing that she's saying, oh, maybe we'll have something at Royal Rumble. Is she just going to be at the Rumble itself? Like, I don't understand what's the thing or what's the situation we're in at the moment. Because clearly, and you can't even say this is the same thing as the men's division. Because they've all had clear feuds. They've all had clear matches at PLEs. Like, if the World Heavyweight Championship, and we're going to be talking about it, what happened, going on in the future, what happened on Raw. What is going on? What are we doing here? Are we building up to Royal Rumble? You can't do that anymore. You just had your last Raw. You can't build up to it anymore. And this is the issue, and this is what we've been saying for weeks, if not months. When you have main event talent who are not tag team champions, who are not tag team wrestlers in the tag team scene, you have this sort of situation when your roster is so thin, you cannot waste these wrestlers in this dead division. You just can't. Because you have now Liv Morgan, you have Roxanne Perez, you have Io Sky, you have Rhea Ripley. Those are the solidified tag teams that are right now feuding with each other. On SmackDown, you have Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, who are they can stay there if you want. But You have Kiana James and your U.S. champion, Julia, now fighting for the belts as well. Like, what's going on? Why is our U.S. champion in the tag team division? What, like, this is where I don't understand, and please help me in the comments. Tell me where we can do what's going on here. Because for me, it was a nothing match. The Judgment Day with females should have not taken the pin. Because imagine this. Rhea Ripley cost Io, does something with her, causes her to miss, and the Judgment Women take the pin. Now imagine going into Monday Night Raw, these two main eventers who want the World Heavyweight Championship have an issue where they're now thinking, could she betray me? Like, do I trust enough my tag team partner to not throw me over the ropes? That could cause dilemma. That could cause issues. But that's where I feel like it should have gone. In my opinion, we're going nowhere with these female divisions. We're going nowhere in these sort of weird things. Bayley is just back there doing nothing, which is strange for me. But we're going to the next thing. AJ Styles. He says he wants a John Cena-esque run throughout the whole entire year. Bro, he might actually be retiring. It's insane to really think about it, but I think he's actually going to retire for the simple fact that they're making it seem so like a heartfelt goodbye. This is your last title match against CM Punk. That was the main event. You had your last farewell match with Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel like he might lose, even though he shouldn't lose. But I feel like they're going to build that to where Gunther beats AJ, makes him the career-ending person, defeats Brock Lesnar, ends his career, and he does that legend killer run. But for me, I feel like they shouldn't, and I feel like they should really have that AJ Styles doing sort of the best wrestling ever and really putting himself out there for the whole year. But this could also lead where AJ can retire from WWE and he heads off to the Indies. Goes to Japan, goes to AEW, goes to England, goes to, all over the world and just wrestles whatever he wants to do for the last year. For me, that's a pretty good send-off too, if you ask me. What do you think, Jay?
He should do that. And I feel like AJ did a lot for WWE, and retiring at the Royal Rumble, where he debuted for WWE, is well deserved. And well, for me, he would have just retired at WrestleMania, but if he wants to retire at the Royal Rumble, go ahead.
There's a rumor his contract ends at the beginning of February.
Go ahead, and we give him the best of luck. And if he actually goes to the Indies, what a lot of dream matches.
Hey, come to San Jose, AJ. If you're going to the Indies, come to San Jose, bro.
Go to AEW San Jose, and I will actually buy tickets.
We're going to sidetrack a little bit right there. AEW, bro. Last time you came to San Jose, you came into the SAP Center, and you sold like 1,000 tickets, bro. The thing was empty as hell. But tickets were really cheap, like $20. Now you come to our Civic Center here in San Jose, and you're charging bleed tickets for $50 per person. And if you want to go a couple rows down, you're then charging $70 to $80. What the hell's going on, AEW? Like, you do realize that your arenas might be empty, and you're actually now downgrading arenas here. It's pretty sad, but leaving that AEW, sort of thing. Also, WWE, I'm not paying $100 for bleeds to watch to watch SmackDown when he comes to San Jose.
It's not WWE, it's TKO.
Same thing. I'm not paying $100 for that. But it's a small little tangent there. AJ, if you do retire, best of luck. Obviously, pretty cool to see you. Seeing you live as well is pretty sick. One of the best wrestlers ever. I have to say that. Both Indies and WWE. But we'll segue on to, in my opinion, the next best, big thing. Braun Breaker comes back. The Vision are back. Adam Pearce looks scared. He reinstates Braun Breaker back into the Royal Rumble. And he puts the whole Vision into the Royal Rumble. And there's an impromptu match against Rey Mysterio. The Luchadors basically are out there with the Vision. Now, the match was nothing because it ended in DQ. But there is one thing that's been rolling around Twitter, against basically against the whole sort of internet. The referee threw an X sign out, meaning somebody was injured, and there's now pictures coming out of Rey Mysterio being, holding his shoulder, holding his neck, and being carted out to backstage. If Rey Mysterio is hurt again before WrestleMania, again, in my opinion, Rey, you might have to think about retirement as well, brother. I don't want you to retire. You're my favorite wrestler ever. I don't want you to retire. But this is very concerning that injuries are becoming more and more occurring. And that's honestly because your style of wrestling has not changed, but your age is sadly catching up. But this, to really go what's going on here, if Braun Breaker's back in the Rumble, he might actually be the favorite to win the Rumble. If you're putting Braun Breaker back into the Rumble, he might actually be an odds-on favorite, unless CM Punk might come out and do some little shenanigans there.
No, it's going to be Logan Paul.
Logan?
Logan Paul is going to betray the Vision.
If they want to do a sort of like hype style Braun Breaker versus Logan Paul WrestleMania, maybe. But I feel like the big match is the crowning achievement of Braun Breaker of night one. Braun Breaker versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
It's not going to happen because there's already rumors that Seth Rollins is coming back. That means it's going to be Seth Rollins against CM Punk at WrestleMania for the title.
Like, if he comes back in the Royal Rumble, sure. You know what? Why not? I actually prefer that. But if he comes back and he's the same character as he was before he left, I wouldn't want that. As we've said on this channel before, bring back early Seth Rollins, even Messiah Seth Rollins. He was pretty good. This iteration of Seth Rollins is not a great, character. Heat or no heat, he just has nothing. He's pretty bland. He's boring. Does the same promos every single time. It's so bad where, I feel like he's the same level as Becky Lynch of horrible promos.
He's like Cody Rhodes, but heel.
Honestly, yeah, because Cody does the same promos as well. And I feel like it's a thing where in recent times they don't let them talk. They let them speak. And the reason for that is they don't have conversation when it comes to their promos. It's very scripted, very one note. But we're going to head to the main event. AJ Styles versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. The match was decent. A couple botches. You could tell that CM Punk is very old. You could tell he's slow. He's stiff. AJ still looks pretty good. He's still moving like crazy. But Finn Balor comes in and takes out CM Punk and AJ and solidifies him as the, we could say, number one contender, as the guy who wants the belt. In my opinion, if we're doing this for Finn, we need Finn with the belt. We've been saying this for some time. We said it in Ireland. We're saying it right now. Give him the belt. Bring back champion Finn Balor.
All right. If it's not Logan or Braun, it's going to be Finn Balor winning the Royal Rumble. It's going to be one of those three.
If you really want to bring back babyface Finn, again, Finn came out as heel Finn. But I feel like the reason why they're postponing the Judgment Day thing because Dominic Mysterio is still injured. He is still out injured, and I feel like that's a huge blow for the WWE mid-carder on Raw because you don't have JD McDonough for Judgment Day. You don't have Dominic Mysterio. And all you have is the female wrestlers Judgment Day and Finn Balor. And if you're really going to do this, have Finn Balor be champion. Give the Judgment Day ladies the belts. And you can have them be sort of like a You could say Evolution style, where Triple H is pissed off that Randy won the World Heavyweight Championship, betrays him, and he becomes sort of his own single thing. They could do that for Finn, where the Judgment Day betray him, and he goes on his own as world champion. But that's what I think. This Monday Night Raw really didn't establish anything for the Royal Rumble. All, in my opinion, everything is really pretty much on SmackDown. Raw is at such a low period that SmackDown is more enjoyable to watch because of the characters they have. The call-ups were better. You know, sorry, Javon Evans, you look like your mid-card potential has stated mid-card. You're probably the next Kofi Kingston. If you really think about it, the next probably The Miz. I don't think you'll ever reach the top echelons, but that's my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Please tell me on the comments down below, what do you guys think about this Monday Night Raw? Where do you think we're moving forward? Likes, comments, subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and goodbye.